Hi folks, we've got a short list of books for you during this short week, but they're all really good ones. Remember that you can listen through this straight through, or you can go down to the description box and click on the titles that you are interested in hearing about. In Cathedral of Bones, Simon lives among these people called animists, who are magicians who deliver justice and right wrongs, and he's always wanted to be one of them. And he finally finds his shot when this island contacts them and asks for help defeating this monster, and the animists are too busy for it. He volunteers to go help them. But when he gets there, he discovers that the monster isn't really so much a monster as this girl named Alice, who's been modified to have tentacles and the ability to shapeshift. And through her, he ends up actually learning a lot about his own very mysterious family and the things that they've been involved in. I think this would be a good one for fans of authors like Holly Black. The SKINJACKER trilogy comes from Neal Shusterman, who's brought us great series like Scythe and Unwind. In this one, we meet Nick and Allie, who die in a car accident. Except their souls don't really go where they're supposed to go. They're kind of caught between a life and death, a sort of limbo. And this limbo is called Everlost, and it's filled with things and places that no longer exist. It's magical, but it's super dangerous, and there are all these lost children there that run wild. It's got some Lord of the Flies and Stranger Things vibes because the kids are all competing for control, and there's a great monster that actually threatens them all. So as typical of his stories, it's an entertaining story that actually gets at some really profound questions about life. These are classics. Not only that, but many of today's stories steal little bits and pieces from these German folktales, like Rapunzel and Hansel and Gretel and Little Red Riding Hood. They may be a little bit darker and twisted than the Disney versions, but that means they're also super entertaining. This story comes from Becky Albertalli, who's written books like Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda and Leah on the Offbeat. She co-wrote this one with Aisha Saeed, and it's a great, funny romance. Jamie is a super shy guy. He hates public speaking, but he's willing to do whatever it takes to help the local senator who's running for office. He really supports his campaign. But when he meets Maya, whose mother thinks forcing her to help and volunteer to support the campaign will be the cure to her blues, things change. And as they go door to door to help people to get to know the senator better, they actually get to know one another better. And, well, it's pretty cute. It's a high school title, but it can be available to anyone with a simple email from your family. This is the fourth in a Court of Thorns and Roses series, which if you haven't read is kind of a Beauty and the Beast-like story of Fair, who finds herself entangled with all these fairies after unknowingly killing one. And when she does so, a beast-like creature comes out and demands retribution for it. So she's dragged to this magical land where her captor is not an animal, but someone named Tamlin, who's one of the lethal, immortal fairies who once ruled their world. The fourth one focuses on the characters Nesta and Cassian, who have to work together against these human queens that have come to threaten the peace in their land. It's also quite the romance, which makes this more of a high school title, but again, if your families are comfortable with it, have them shoot me an email and anyone can read it.